Assalamu alaikum, my dear students of class 7. This is your teacher Miss Yusra Mughal, and I welcome you all to the another organized virtual class organized by Metropolitan Now tell me, student, that what happened in the picture? Yes, a boy is riding a bicycle. Just focus on my words. A boy is riding a bicycle. Oh no, what happened? He fell down. Yes, you are right, but he fell down. Listen, my dear students, that's something that happened already. We are going to change the tense. Instead of fall, we are going to say fell. Yes, he fell. Now, let's look at another example. A girl is eating. Right, my dear students? Just focus on the words that a girl is eating. And now what happened? That she ate food. Right, my dear students? So now today we are going to learn about past tense. As I already told you that events or action that happened before and to describe the series of completed actions in the past is discussed in the past tense. For example, I watched a movie. This is a work and action which is being completed in the past, but a series of action. I finished work, walked to the beach and found a nice place to swim. As you have seen in both the two examples that the action is already complete. Now let's move in towards the definition of simple past tense. Simple past tense describes an action that happened or completed in past earlier than before, or action which is just completed. Now students, let's have a look on the structure of simple past tense. In the simple past tense, we'll have to use the second form of the verb along with the subject and object, obviously. So let's have a look on some of the examples. I watched a movie. I wrote a letter. Sarah did her work. They played cricket. As you have seen in all these sentences, I have used the second form of the verb, but as you have seen that this is the structure of a negative sentences for past simple tense, you will have to add a helping verb did plus not while making negative for the past simple tense. Let's have a look on the structure. Subject plus did not plus verb first form plus object. Now here is an issue that here I told you before that you will have to use the second form of the verb in past simple tense, but while you are making negative and interrogative sentences of past simple tense, it is necessary and it is must to use the first form of the verb while you are using did in the sentence as a helping verb in a past tense. Right, my dear students? So let's have a look on some of the examples. Examples are I did not watch a movie. I did not write a letter. Sarah did not do her work. They did not play cricket. Have you seen that all these sentences I have used the first form of the verb? Removing the second form, I use the first form of the verb in the sentences because I am already using did in it. Let's see the structure of the interrogative sentences. In the interrogative sentences, you will have to replace subject with did. So first did plus subject plus verb first form plus object and obviously plus question mark. So look at the examples. Did I watch a movie? Did I write a letter? Did Sarah do her work? And did they play cricket? As you have seen in all these examples, the must thing is did while starting the sentence, and at the last there is a question mark because these are the interrogative sentences. Right, my dear students? So in past tense, Let's have a quick recap of the past tense. That in past tense, whatever the action which has been completed or happened, you will have to use past tense over there. And where we use past tense, we also use past tense while we are telling a story to someone. Like whatever, because in the story the action has already happened. So the action which has happened or completed before, it's in simple past tense. In simple past tense, you will have to use second form of the verb while making affirmative. And for the interrogative and negative sentences, you will have to use did plus not for negative and did plus did for interrogative sentences. And while you are using did in a sentence, you will have to use verb first form. Keep remember this in your mind. Don't get confused. Just use first form of the verb while using did in a sentence. Right, my dear students? Have you understand the tense? Now, let's moving towards some pictures. As you have seen, there is a picture and a sentence written over there that he will repair a car. The teacher will teach you the tenses and she will clean her room. As you have seen that in these pictures, all three actions has not been completed yet. So they are talking about something which they will do in the future. So now the next topic for today is future simple tense. So in future simple tense is also called the will tense. Is often called the will tense because we make the future simple with the verb auxiliary verb, that is will. So now let's moving towards the definition of the future simple tense. It is used to refer actions that will take place after the action of speaking. Right, my dear student, the work which is not completed yet and you will have to do it in future, it after some time of speaking, so it comes in future simple tense. The structure of future simple tense is very simple, that you will have to add will as a helping verb in the sentence plus verb first form, subject and object obviously. Let's have a look of some of the examples of future simple tense. I will play cricket, he will sing a song, she will read book. So have you seen that these sentences and these examples are very simple and the tense is very simple, that you will have to use will with the first form of the verb. Structure for the negative sentences: subject plus will not plus verb first form plus object. What you will have to do, you will have to add will after helping verb. Examples: I will not play cricket, he will not sing a song, she will not read book. And for the interrogative sentences, obviously the helping verb comes first. We are starting our sentence with the helping verb will plus subject plus verb first form plus object. Let's have a look for some of the examples. Will I play cricket? Will he sing a song? And will she read book? Right, my dear students, in future simple tense, you will have to use the first form of the verb with the helping verb will. This is the easiest tense. Future simple tense is used to tell about an action which is not happened yet, and the action will happen after the action of speaking, right? For example, what will you do after some time? That it comes in future tense. Right, my dear students? I hope you understand both of the tenses. Now what you will have to do, you will have to copy down the definition, structure, examples of both the two tenses in your grammar copy and do the translation as well in your grammar copy. Right, my dear students? Copy down the definition, structure and examples as well. So now students, it's time to do some exercises in your grammar copy. So in the very first exercise of exercise A, page number 9, what you will have to do, as we all knew that the nouns are naming words, but some nouns are common and some nouns are proper. Now what is the difference between the common noun and a proper noun? Common nouns, the things which is very common, like boy, town, school, and they spell with a small letter. As you have seen that in these examples there is nothing specifically pointed out, right my dear students? So these are the common nouns. Let's move in towards the proper noun. When we are thinking of one special thing or person, we spell it with a capital letter. Something which is in your mind, or you are specifying something, so use the capital letters, that I need the dress which I saw in some market and all, because you have to pointing out something on that. So that's why when you are specifying something, so it comes in the proper nouns. For example, the Quaid-e-Azam, the Metropolitan School, and there are so many more. Right my dear students? So in this exercise what you will have to do, you will have a list of words given in the book, and you will have to write the proper nouns and the common noun specifically in the columns, like as I have done for you in this slide. Right my dear students? Now let's moving towards the common nouns. That book, money, hat, teacher, motor car, and pencil. As you have seen that all these things are very common, there is nothing specifically pointing out, so that's why it's come in the common noun. Now let's moving towards the proper nouns. Treasure Island, Hyderabad, September, Zubeda, Mr. Ali, Asia, Wednesday, and Mount Everest. Now in this you have seen that all these are the naming words, and we are talking something very specifically, so that's why these all nouns are proper nouns. Are you getting my point my dear students? Now let's moving towards another exercise, that is exercise B, page number 9. There is another exercise related to the nouns. So now tell me that what are the collective noun? Collective noun denotes a group of individuals. For example, a team of football, a class of students, right? Are you getting my points? So in this exercise what you will have to do, you will have to add suitable collective nouns to the phrases which is given. Now let's moving towards the exercise. A team of footballers, a herd of cattle, a pack of wolves, a crowd of people in the marketplace, a set of stairs or steps, a bunch of flowers, grapes or bananas, a pack of flies, an audience at a concert, a fleet of ships, a deck of playing cards. There is another exercise on page number 9, that is exercise number C, in which you will have to learn about another type of a noun, which is the abstract noun. Abstract noun is a noun that denoting any idea, quality or state rather than a concrete object. Like, it's not an object, a solid object, but any of the idea is an abstract noun. For example, truth, danger, anger, fear, beauty, etc. Notice that these nouns express the ideas, concepts and qualities that cannot be seen or experienced. We can't see, hear, touch, taste or smell these concepts. Right my dear students? So what you will have to do in this exercise, there are some words given in a list. You will have to make the abstract noun of those words. Right my dear students? So let's start. Sad. Sadness. Sadness is a feeling. You cannot, it's not a concrete object. Hate. Hatred. Same. It is a feeling. Mix. mixture, friends, friendliness and friendship. You cannot touch friendliness or friendship. Poor, poverty, गुर्बत आप नहीं touch कर सकते हो. No, knowledge, stupid, stupidity, ignore, ignorance, deep, depth, high, height, clean, cleanliness, patient, patience, young, youth, wealthy, wealth, strong, strength, belief, belief, suspicious and suspicion. So in the list of abstract noun you have seen that there is nothing, you can say the material things are not over here. There is things which is you may call feelings of something or any of the idea, right my dear students? You will have to do this exercise in a way that it is in a slide. I have already done it for you and you will have to just copy it down from the slides the way I have done, right? So now students, let's end the lesson, and obviously at the end of the lesson we will have to assign you the homework. And for today, for this lesson, you will have a home assignment that you will have to copy down the definition, structure and the example of future simple and past simple tenses and do translation in your grammar copy. Kindly keep it in your mind that copy down the definition, structure and examples as well, and after that you can do the translation. And do exercises ABC of page number 9 in your grammar copy. Right my dear students, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next class. Allah Hafiz.